Welcome to episode number 383 of Simplifying Life with me, Shashank. I'm your host and the CEO of Simplifying. Yesterday, I shared how Malaysia Airlines went viral for the wrong reasons, completely wrong reasons. This was a situation that Malaysia Airlines could have completely used for their benefit, but it went viral for the wrong reasons. The gist is that a person was sharing his experience in flight, while being in flight, on Instagram, and this was caught using listening software by the Malaysia Airlines social media team, communicated, firstly escalated to the head of customer experience, then escalated to the captain, who then asked the purser to act upon it. And then things went downhill from there. The purser did not deal with it in the right way, started cutting service for this passenger and got very aggressive in general with his behavior, not physically, but towards the passenger. And there was a slew of apologies which were mostly template, which just left this passenger disgruntled. What made things worse was this passenger was a well-known blogger, and his video sharing his case on YouTube has over 50,000 views now. It's a 30-minute long video. For it to have 50,000 views is quite something. I reckon, and I in fact state, that every airline crew must be trained in social media today, from pilots to the purser to the cabin crew themselves. That is because social media is a reality for most airlines and certainly most passengers. Most passengers carry multiple devices today. Flying in an airline is like carrying a living room up in the air. And that's why every single person who comes in contact with the customer must be trained in social media. Airlines already are doing it. In fact, one example I shared is in my book Soar, and that is in the chapter of Whirling. And I'm going to read you something verbatim from the chapter. At Whirling, there is a less of a clear boundary between one department and the next than at most airlines. Less of a distinction between one's job's duties and another's. For example, social media is not just a department. Everyone, including pilots at Whirling, get trained, including the CEO, gets trained in social media. So all pilots now receive training in social media to keep them abreast of changing passenger behaviors. Alex Cruz, the former CEO, himself lends a hand in surprising ways. And I quote, "One day, Alex was a passenger on an aircraft that had a flat tire. We all have flat tires. So he went up to the cockpit and spoke to the pilot. He says, I saw that he was very busy, so I said, do you want me to talk to the passengers? And the pilot said, sure, that will help us do our work better, sure. So Alex got on the plane's PA and announced in Spanish that there was a flat tire, that there would be a 45-minute delay, and the flight attendants would be coming around for water with water for everyone. And then he made the announcement in English. Someone on the plane immediately tweeted this, accompanied by a photo of Alex making the announcement, and so a little bit of a PR bump for Whirling was inadvertently born. Alex Cruz, as many of you would know, is now the CEO of British Airways. I'm sure he's getting a lot of crew and pilots trained on social media as well. Because what is important is situational awareness. Crew are used to dealing with passengers in a way that was 10 years or 20 years ago relevant, but no longer today. They have to communicate real time. They have to take feedback in real time to ensure that not just passenger recovery is done in flight, but the brand does not suffer after the fact. Hence, if you're an airline, think about how next year you will be putting some budget aside to train all of your crew in social media and understanding how the connected traveler of today behaves. Let me know what you think on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, or Twitter. Meanwhile, you guys have a fantastic day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Till then, have a great one. Bye-bye.